Here's a look at the day ahead on this Thursday, May 1st, kicking off May here at Capital OTB on Capital OTBTV and via Capital OTB Bet on this Thursday. Belmont at Aqueduct, that's right, it is the Belmont at Aqueduct meet. The Aqueduct meet wrapped up last weekend, the official Aqueduct meet. We're now what would be Belmont, but again, being under construction, it's Belmont at Aqueduct, technically a different meet, but obviously they continue at Aqueduct. We'll look at action there today, as well as obviously Churchill Downs, continuing Derby week, Oak Lawn, as it is their closing week, the last few days at Oak Lawn, Gulfstream, Evangeline, Mohawk, Yonkers, Hoosier, and Flamborough, all today here on Capital OTB and via Capital OTB Bet. Don't forget all the activity Derby week and Oaks and whatnot, plenty of great wagering action with stakes and whatnot. But if you're interested, the Preakness Future Pool winds up this week as well. It will end at 6 o'clock on Saturday before the Derby goes off. I'm not sure it's going to have a big effect closing early like that, because typically in the 21st century, you're not looking at a lot of Derby runners coming back in the Preakness, other than perhaps the winner and maybe one or two others, but it will close at 6 o'clock on Saturday. So if you're interested, Preakness Future this weekend, into the weekend. There was a notable scratch out of the Oaks, the Gulfstream Park Oaks run winner, 5G, out of the Oaks. Trainer George Weaver said just was not in the feed tub enthusiastically and wasn't thrilled with the last couple of works on the track. And so, you know, as George said, you got to be a race like this, you got to be 110%. We're just not feeling it. So they're looking maybe the Acorn in New York, but 5G out of the Oaks. And as we lead into Oaks and Derby weekend, I will tout taking a look at some of the work in the racing forum from our friends Dave Grenig and Mike Welch. Grenig has a nice article on Mike Smith and John Velasquez. I did for social media, it'll come out later Thursday on Twitter. I did a little list of jockeys in this year's Derby who have won before, and two of those are John Velasquez and Mike Smith, who have won the Derby more than once, each of them, and they've won Derbies for the trainers they're teamed up with this year. But Grenig has a nice article on these guys who are veterans, pros, and continue to ride at the top level of the game. So I would tout that in the racing forum. And Mike Welch, again, we had him on last weekend looking at some of the works, and he's been down there at Churchill looking at Oaks and Derby runners and the workouts. And he has an article in today's racing forum, Final Impressions from the Clocker. So that may be worth checking out too. And it was also notable, article today followed up on Tapan Street, who came out of a workout the other day with a little fracture, had to be operated on. The report is operation was successful, and Tapan Street may be back racing in the fall. So hopefully we'll look forward to that coming in the future. And speaking of coming in the future, let me alert you to what we have in the future here at Capital OTB. Tomorrow, Friday, the Bounty Bet returns. It will be the late pick 5 at Churchill, appropriately enough. It will be Oaks Day going into the Oaks. Late pick 5 tomorrow at Churchill is your Bounty Bet. Play with Capital OTB Bet for a shot at the Bounty. And Saturday, Clubhouse Racebook. Not only can you come down and watch the Derby and enjoy what is normally a big crowd in here, have a little fun with all the folks, but there's a match bet promotion as well, so you can have a little extra fun perhaps on Saturday, Derby Day, here at the Clubhouse Racebook, 711 Central Avenue in Albany. So there's the day ahead and more here at Capital OTB.